Let's get nutty. What's happening, everybody? Welcome. We are here. We're doing it. What are we doing? We're talking stuff. We're talking things. We're doing all the things. Okay. Why is that? I don't know. Still having technical difficulties. Still got the glasses taped up today. If you guys remember, man, everything's working, right? Why is... There it is. That's what I was trying to turn that down a little bit. There we go. Hey, we're here. All right. We're trying to turn down the music a little bit. I know it gets a little loud. Anyways, what's happening, guys? Welcome to Film Junkee Live. It is hump day, so let's get to humping. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Do all the things. Hit that like, thumbs up. If you want to become a member, we do a members-only stream, a little private, intimate session after every Wednesday stream. So if you want to be a part of that, cool. Let's do this. All right. We got Clone Avenger. What's happening? Lobo footage looks awesome. He definitely looks like he's swinging his hook in that scene. Also, the possible casting of Atrocitus for Lanterns got me hyped. Yeah, we're going to be talking about a little bit of that. We got some Lanterns news today, so... What's going on, Ryan? Good to see you, buddy. And then, of course, we have Miss Monique right here. Hope you are having a fantastic day. Just fed the family biscuits and gravy, scrambled eggs, and fruit. Sounds delicious. Absolutely delicious. Oh no, it's not AI this time. It's not that silly AI image that we saw previous. No, this seems to be legit. It's legit, yeah. What's going on, Shano? Good to see you, bud. What's going on, Cal? Yo, just thought I'd stop by and say, hey, still working. You gotta make that money. What's going on, Mr. Droga? Hey, we got DC film news in the house. It's almost, I think we know these guys, right? Hello. That's right. Good to see you guys. Guy, you know, who knows? Hey, I'm not going to pry. Anyways, hey, you like the tape? That's right. We got the tape on the glasses. Ooh, buddy. That's right. Music Man, what is happening? We got Game City Savior. Corn Sweat looked more like Superman before he officially cast. Now, after he looks different in every frame or picture. He has that maniac look that Kirk Alain had while playing Superman. Interesting. All right. We got Arkham Knight, A99 right here. Disappointed in my theater in my area as they barely showed Sinners, really. As they had more Minecraft and King of Queens showings? What? King of Queens like the show? What are we doing here, huh? Eric Patterson, what's going on? Good to see you, bud. It's going pretty good. Going pretty good. But yes, guys, obviously, hit that like, thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. It, of course, is Wine Wednesday, so cheers. Cheers. Got the wine flowing, of course, and got the tape flowing on the glasses as well. Yeah. And, yeah. Ninja Gamer, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Monday's Film Junkee Live is currently down. It's currently blocked right now. Made the mistake of showing that Green Lantern stunt viz video. That's what happened. So, yeah, like I said, Monday was a struggle. Monday was a struggle of a show. That's for damn sure. Not only did I, of course I broke my glasses over the weekend, which, you guys knew about. And I wore my sunglasses because the electric tape that I had for those was just, it wasn't working. It wasn't working and I needed something on my face. Yeah, I could probably do this without glasses and be fine. My vision isn't that bad. But I don't know. I'm so used to having some kind of glasses on my face that I just was like, nah, just rock the sunglasses. Of course, I was rocking my hat too because I hadn't gotten a haircut. Finally got the haircut. I did get an eye appointment yesterday. I went to the eye doctor, got my eyes checked, got my new glasses ordered. But of course, it's not instant. It's not gonna have, I'm not even sure when I'm gonna get my glasses. Probably not for another week and a half. That's what sucks. I was like, oh yeah, it's going to take a little bit before I get my new glasses. So, yep. So I got to wait on the new glasses. Got to hopefully stick with these for a little bit. Hopefully I can get these a little bit more secure. They're a little bit better. Obviously, I got this blue duct tape, so it really stands out. But hey, It's holding together right now, but yeah, so time to start rocking the Lex Luthor look. I'm not going to shave my head, that's for damn sure. So, but anyway, so yeah, Friday's show got blocked. First, it got hit with a copyright, not like a copyright strike, but it got like a copyright. It got like 2 copyright things. One from some kind of, I think it was, oh yeah, the first thing that it got hit. So Monday's show just, my God, it was just, it's a mess. Because first it got hit, because remember how I told you guys I went to go see the Giants versus the Angels and it was Star Wars night? So I showed you guys some of that footage and what was playing during the fireworks. Of course, John Williams' Star Wars theme. So that got dinged for a little copyright thing. So I was like, okay. And then when I showed that little video, when somebody took a video of the suit, remember how like they went to like the Warner Brothers tour and they got up close and personal with the suit and they played the Superman theme with that. So then that caused another copyright thing and it caused the stream to get partially blocked because of that, because Warner Brothers doesn't understand that, hey, utilize these YouTube channels to help promote your product for free, not asking for something. Even though people claim that I'm a Warner Brothers plant, you would think if I was a Warner Brothers plant, my streams and videos wouldn't get partially blocked because I'm using Warner Brothers music or whatever the hell. But I guess that wasn't part of the contract. Definitely wasn't part of the contract when it came to me being a plant when it comes to WBD. So then I did a dispute. I disputed that. So when you do a dispute, you can't do anything else with your stream or video on YouTube. So when I submitted a dispute, of course, that takes time. Then all of a sudden I get a notification that the stream is completely blocked all around. And I went, what the hell? Why is it completely blocked now? Well, it's because on Monday's show, there was like some stunt viz videos announced that this certain stunt coordinator is working on the Lanterns show. I showed the video. It was on Twitter. I noticed the next day that people who posted that video on Twitter, that it got copyrighted. So sure enough, they dive bombed the stream. It is now completely blocked. I went, and I can't like remove it. I can't do the thing, because sometimes you could just have YouTube. You can just have YouTube just edit it out. They'll just edit it out, and then your stream is perfectly okay. You can't do that because it's in a dispute, because I already disputed the copyright claim for the goddamn songs that were on that thing. So it's a complete mess. You can listen to it if you go on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music. You can listen to it. If you didn't catch Monday's show, you can listen to it. It's at least uploaded for audio, but as of right now, it is completely blocked. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. So, but apparently that stunt viz video was not supposed to go out there. Luckily, I didn't get a copyright strike. But yeah, they blocked the entire stream. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. For like a cool little stunt viz video? What are we doing? It was a cool freaking vid. Everybody was kind of excited about it. I mean, again, it's promotion for your, oh my God. So we'll see when that gets back, but yeah, guys, finally got a haircut after like 2.5 months, almost 3 months, because I've lived in this new location for 2 months, and I was like, I don't know where I'm gonna go get a haircut, because I'm a Supercuts guy. And turns out there is a Supercuts in this area, but it's in a very shitty location. So I went to Great Clips, and I forgot how great Clips is, because I was in and out. And yeah, went to that today, and yeah. But like I said, I got my eyes checked yesterday after like 4 years, and got some new frames coming. They're going to be black. They're going to be black rimmed again, but they're going to be a little different, and they're not going to be shiny. I got like the matte black kind of frames, and they're going to fit nice and snug on my face. So it's going to be nice, especially now when I'm sitting here going, these things are slipping off my face. My God, slipping off my bridge and everything. So anyways, there you go. That's what's happened with me in the past couple of days. Didn't get to catch Endor either. Had no idea that it was going to be 3 episodes. I'm like, Jesus Christ, 3 episodes. I didn't know it was going to be 3. So I didn't catch Andor either. I mean, I started watching it and I was like, nah, and then I, just couldn't watch the whole thing because I had to, because other things were happening. So, but I've heard good things, obviously, and I do plan on, of course, trying to keep up with the show as much as possible because, that's just good Star Wars right here. I did, however, do see, like, of course, people, love to do the thing where, like, they were comparing shots of Andor and Rebel Moon when they, like, look up and, like, a ship appears. And, of course, people like to do the Zack Snyder's The Blueprint thing. Now, I love it because it pisses off Zack Snyder haters. But then there are also some Zack Snyder, like, obsessive people that take it a little too seriously as well. But, it's still, it's funny, though. It's funny because you got obsessive people and you got haters. And I like to utilize the Zack Snyder's The Blueprint as a joke. And I'm like, hey, that's pretty funny. But I saw that too. Like, people were lining that up. And I'm like, ha. And then, of course, people are very upset. And then, of course, people are literally thinking that Star Wars stole from Zack Snyder. Again, you have both sides. Obsessive and haters. And it's just kind of funny. It's kind of funny. It adds to the entertainment of it all. So, anyways. All right, guys. Well, I'm rambling as I tend to do. So let's get started. Let's get into it here. Let's get into it. Anyways, but I appreciate you guys. Good to see you, D-Man. Good to see you. Who else is out there? D-Man. I see Monique, of course. Fritz. What's happening? Yeah. Hey, there we got Del to see. It has some people who only talk about Zack Snyder and Henry Cavill every day. It's scary as fuck. Yeah. Hey. I don't understand it either. I mean, if you want to just obsess about the same 3 DC movies for the rest of your life, I mean, power to you. It's just a little strange when I, like, click on these profiles and I'm like, God, do you not like anything else but this? Is your whole identity online just this? And it is. And that's why they constantly talk about it. And they're constantly just like, it's going to happen. Snyderverse is coming back. Everybody's coming back. And I'm like going, all right. Fine. What's going on, Skate and Geek Out? Yeah, we're going to talk about that Predator Badlands trailer. And we're going to talk about the Accountant 2 reviews. We're going to talk about Ryan Coogler and his, Warner Brothers, his deal that he got. We got DeLuca. That's right. We got Michael DeLuca talking again about certain things. And I don't know. It seems like they're taking an approach where they're going to be talking about Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi are going to, I think they're... I don't know. This is kind of interesting. We'll get to that, though. We'll talk about that, and then, of course, the latest DC news. But first off, when we get to the tweets right here, hey, we got Madeline Klein. Oops, what the hell? See, I'm still having issues with my freaking Streamlabs. That sounded weird. It sounded like a little fart. Anyways, we got Madeline Klein right here. Look at that shot. Jesus Christ. She's just casually just wearing a sweater and a bra and some pajama pants. But hey.
Baby, you okay?
This is the new trailer for I Know What You Did Last Summer. Which I talked about how there was like the little teaser on Monday. So they released the entire trailer. What's going on, Indiana Jake? Good to see you.
And close your eyes.
So, of course, we have it start off like this, and then you know what's going to happen with this guy. He gets stabbed. He gets stabbed by the hook. Oh, boy, there's the hook right there. Oh, no.
So some kind
Southport. So I guess there's the new group right there when it comes to I Know What You Did Last Summer. And essentially, it's just the same story. It's the same story of, oh, these young people, something happened the previous summer, so now this dude is back.
Some kind of karma for what we did.
So there they are right there. Yeah, there's that happy little group. And there's the note that you get right there. I know what you did last summer.
You need to handle this.
Oh!
This isn't the first time there's been violence like this in Southport.
I'm sorry, but that's just funny. I mean, obviously they have to tie it into the original. So there's Freddie Prinze right there, and he's like, you got to do something about this. This is not the first time this has happened. Gotta love it. What the hell is happening? What the hell? Who the hell is this LFG guy? Can somebody not? He's spamming, so check that out. And of course, hey, look at there's Sarah Michelle Gellar right there. She makes a cameo.
Going to stop.
And then, of course, naturally, we're going to get... Oh, who are we going to get right here?
I need your help.
Who is she going to... Oh, my God! She's
I just
back.
have one question. What did you do last summer?
This trailer plays like a fake trailer in another movie. You literally have Jennifer Love Hewitt. I gotta ask you, what did you do last summer? So you got Freddie Prinze going, this has happened before. We need to stop this. And then you got, you know, Jennifer Love Hewitt. What did you do last summer? Dun, dun, dun. I know, I'm making fun of it. I know, I'm making fun of it. I know people are excited for it. Fine, I get it. People are excited for it, but I'm just making fun of it because it's a little ridiculous. It is. It plays out like a fake trailer. You know? When you got like lines delivered from Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt like that, it's just like, what? Okay. I don't know. To me, it's not like the Scream franchise, but I guess they're trying to make it like the Scream franchise. Obviously, there's going to be some tie to whatever killer this is that ties to the original folks. I don't know. It's just, I might check it out. I don't know. It's coming out in, June or July or something. I don't know. It's not something I'm excited for. It's not. It's really not. I mean, unless Jennifer Love Hewitt was going to reenact, like I said on Monday, if she was going to do like, what are you waiting for? And doing the, the Jennifer Love Hewitt jiggle, sure, but I don't think that's going to happen this time. But hey, you never know. All right. Sorry, of course, being a little perv right now, because that's what I do. But of course, what I'm really excited for is Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. And we got another video posted by Tom Cruise. And, of course, the official Mission Impossible Twitter handle that is showing, the on-location, the locations that they go to when it comes to Mission Impossible. We got this little featurette video right here.
It's breathtaking.
Svalbard. Didn't they? I think they shot Superman here, right?
Remarkable place to be able to film. It is a unique experience.
If you want to shoot the ice cap, you're going when the temperatures are absolutely their most extreme. And, of course, the Arctic hit us right in the face.
You can't fake being in minus 40 degrees.
Minus
Take your gloves
40
off
degrees.
for a few seconds. Your fingers start to freeze.
Being in an environment like that adds to the suspense and the drama.
Haley Atwell.
I want to give audiences an experience of being there. It was a real privilege to do it. It looks amazing on the screen.
Whoa, what was that? Jesus. So there you go. That looks good. Yeah, but of course, real locations. Real locations are cool, right? Real locations are cool. But yeah, I think that was the same spot that they did some of the Superman scenes, right? Because they use real locations too. Naturally, of course, there are people out there that said it looked like a set as opposed to, yeah, you know how it is. You gotta love fans, right? They're not really fans, of course, but hey, they're fun. They're fun, aren't they? They're really fun. And then speaking of Batman, hey, we got a cool little, okay. One of the things that when it comes to Batman, and if you take an image of Batman, especially if you take an image of the actor who's playing Batman, who's portraying Batman, you want to get that side profile because Batman's side profile is the best superhero side profile you ever see. Ben Affleck, I specifically remember when that image of Ben Affleck, I think it was right before that Comic-Con, I think for 2016, 2015, can't remember, but it was before BVS came out, and you had that side profile of Ben Affleck. You guys remember, right? Close up, side profile. You see that lovely chin, and you see the side of the cowl and everything. It looks absolutely beautiful. We've got John Regan right here, who is a fan, and he's a fan of Brendan Sklenar being Batman, and he had his own little side profile that he created right here. And it looks pretty cool, showing that chin and everything like that. But what's interesting is, wow, he really added some of that texture that is part of the costume right there. That little, like, the pattern in the costume. He added that into the cowl, which is very interesting right there. And it almost looks like there is kind of like a collar thing, or something. Maybe he was adding some kind of detail to be like, hey, he can actually turn his head when it comes to this. And, of course, he has the white eyes, which makes me wonder... are they actually going to do that for the DCU? I don't know. I thought that was really cool. I always like a good side profile of Batman. I think that looks pretty sweet. And I think they're definitely going to go with the blue. I think they're definitely going to go with the blue. They should. They should go with the blue. But yeah, good job, John Regan. I like his artwork. He's he's an acquaintance. Follow him, Shadowverse Entertainment. He does great work. Gotta love it. And then I don't even know who made this right here. I don't know who made this right here, but this is pretty freaking cool. Now we're going into the Dark Knight trilogy, and somebody made this piece of art right here, this poster, and I thought, wow, that is, it's kind of ridiculous, but it's really cool because it encapsulates the entire Dark Knight trilogy in Batman's head, face. Look at that. Look at how ridiculous that looks. So essentially you got Batman's head because you have the ears right there, but you got Scarecrow, you got Joker, and then you got Bane's mask that is covering the whole thing. I thought, wow, unique, cool, I like it, I dig it. There is no, let's see, seeing it right there, it says chemtrails. All I see with the watermark, it says chemtrails. So I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. I haven't seen that before. But I dig it. I dig it. And then, yes, guys, obviously Thunderbolts comes out next week. And, of course, we'll be talking about it all week. And I'll be going to see it next week. And I'll talk about, obviously, when the embargo lifts when it comes to Thunderbolts. Yes, naturally. But the internet reactions and some advanced screenings happened. Some screenings happened for critics. And premieres were happening. They happened yesterday. And guess what? Seems like Thunderbolts is going to be a hit. That's right. Seeing a lot of positivity. Now, of course, that's just internet reactions. Yes, I know. Sometimes those could be deceiving. Very much so. But at the same time, everything I've been seeing lately when it comes to Thunderbolts has been pretty good. It's like, okay, this is going to be unique. This is going to be unlike MCU movies that we've seen before. And that's what a lot of people were actually saying. I'm not saying it was all completely positive. I saw some pushbacks. I saw some people go like, yeah, they were really going for something, and then all of a sudden it went back to the Marvel formula, which I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. I was kind of like trying to find like, hey, where's some negative reactions? And I saw particularly one person who has a YouTube channel say that it's like the first half, it's like, oh wow, this is different, and then all of a sudden it started going back into the Marvel formula. And then he ended up being like, nah, so we'll see what happens. But I'm looking forward to it. And it's going to do better than Captain America Brave New World, probably. That's what's crazy. But the internet reactions are pretty damn stellar. I will say that. Pretty damn stellar. And then Jesus Christ. Okay, so why? Okay, so like, okay. Here we are. Let's mark it. Let's mark it right here, guys. Okay, it is okay. Well, this got reported yesterday, so April 22nd. Let's see how many weeks. Let's see how many fucking weeks till we hear this yet again, because I think we heard it about 5 weeks ago, maybe 6, and now we're hearing it again, and it's like a recycled scoop that these goddamn scoopers keep on putting out there. And sure enough, of course, my favorite scooper just put this back out there too. And of course, all these Twitter accounts are, of course, posting about it. Kathleen Kennedy is reportedly stepping down as president. Shut up with all that. Yes. Can we stop? Can we just wait until that actually happens? It just seems like that scoop, that recycled scoop, is always just showing up. And I'm like, good God. Again. But I'm like saying, let's see how long it takes before we hear it recycled yet again. Let's see how many weeks. Okay? So mark your calendars. That was reported yesterday, April 22nd. I'm willing to bet that maybe, obviously they said what, August? So probably around August or September, October, we're going to hear that shit again. I'm not saying that she should step down. Sure. But at the same time, it's like, it's always just the same recycled scoop over and over and over and over again. And then speaking of Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, you guys want to know what the runtime is? Do ya? Do you want to know the runtime? Oh, some people don't like this runtime because for some reason people, yeah, they can binge watch. They can binge watch an entire season of shows, you know, back to back to back to back to back. Spend a whole day watching an entire show, but you have a runtime that is longer than 2 hours and 10 minutes for a movie. They start going, what the hell, man? I don't like this. I don't like this. Well, you're not going to like Mission Impossible Final Reckoning's runtime because, wow. Even Zack Snyder's going, I like that. 2 hours and 51 minutes. Yes! That's what I'm talking about. That's from Cryptic HD Quality. Now, other people have also verified this, and I think even some websites have also posted about that. Now, things could change, naturally, but 2 hours, almost 3 hours. And I'm like, make it longer. Make it longer. I don't care. This is my most anticipated movie of the year. Make it as long as possible, okay? Add another crazy stunt in there for Tom Cruise to do. I don't care. Do it. I'm okay with it. Almost we're essentially wrapping up Ethan Hunt's story. We're talking about 7 movies behind it that need to like culminate to this, that. So it doesn't shock me that it's that long. What's going on, Fear Jason? Good to see you, bud. Good to see you. I mean, maybe people need an intermission. I don't know. I get it. You know, I go to a spot where I always grab a beer, and yeah, sometimes the beer runs through you, and yeah, it sucks. Although, like I always say, if the movie's really good, my bladder will just like lock up. It'll tie it down and be like, I got you. And the last 2 movies that I saw, me and my dad, we saw Warfare, we saw Sinners. Both of those movies had us engaged, where we both didn't take a pee break in both those movies. Kind of wondering if The Counting 2 is going to do that as well. But then again, we're probably going to end up seeing it during the day. I don't know. We'll see. Release the Cruise cut. That's what I'm talking about. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood sequel. We got some more details from Deadline. Of course, Brad Pitt is going to be the main focus in this sequel. He's returning as Cliff Booth. Well, we have a title right now. I do not think this will actually be the title, but you never know. But here's the supposed rumored title for this sequel. The Continuing Adventures of Cliff Booth, which of course Brad Pitt will return, who navigates Hollywood as a studio fixer. I like that he's a studio fixer, but are they really going to call it The Continuing Adventures of Cliff Booth? But at the same time, the original movie was called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's a long title. The Continuing Adventures of Cliff Booth. It's kind of like, I don't know, similar amount of syllables. I don't know. I wouldn't hate it. I still am very much looking forward to this. But it just seems like, meh. I don't know about that title, but maybe it'll work. Once Again in Hollywood, I like that. I get it, you know? That could be a good one. I'd rather have Kill Bill Volume 3, but, well, you got to realize this, Fritz. This is not Tarantino did write the script. It's already written, so he's not directing it. This is going to be a David Fincher, which is very intriguing as well. It's just interesting. Why? Yeah, just the Continuing Adventures. I don't think that's gonna stick. I really don't think that. I don't see that sticking. I really don't see that sticking. But hey, you never know. We shall see. All right, that's all the tweets right there, guys. Once Again in Hollywood. I mean, that's a pretty good one. I like that. Booth in Hollywood. I don't know. The Fixer of Hollywood. I don't know. Wait, wasn't the canceled Tarantino film a sequel to Once? No. It was supposed to be The Critic, which was about movie critics and stuff like that. So, maybe it was going to take... I mean, honestly, I think every Tarantino movie takes place in the same universe. That's always been my thing. I'm like, yeah, I think it's all been in there. So, but hey, Cliff Booth, he's an awesome character. I mean, obviously Brad Pitt won an Academy Award. Now, did he deserve that Academy Award? That's up to debate. I don't think there was any kind of a stretch when it came to Brad Pitt and his performance. I think it was just, you have to act high every now and again. You have to kind of talk like, I don't know. There wasn't really much of a stretch, but hey, he got his Academy Award for beating the shit out of those kids at the end. It worked. It worked out. Anyways, all right, let's start off right here with some DC news. Some DCU news. Okay. Calling all you, of course, young creators out there. They got like a little contest thing that's going to be happening with the BBFC. They're given a chance to design the black card for the upcoming, of course, movie. If you're aged 12 to 16, here we go. You can have these entries right here. So we got the trio. We got the trio right here talking about this, and we got David Cornsweat looking very just pretty jacked right here. I'm just saying. He's you get in Superman shape, you're gonna wear like a pretty, you're gonna wear a shirt that shows off the muscles, right? You got to do that. You got to show the muscles off. But here's the three of them talking about this new little contest right here that could be something pretty good if you have like a young, creator in your household or in your life.
Want to be a hero this summer? We've got the perfect competition for you.
Ahead of the new Superman film hitting UK cinemas, we've teamed up with the BBFC to let you design the official black card shown before every UK screening.
This is your chance to unleash your artistic powers, celebrate what Superman means to you, Superman, and be a part of cinema history.
He's back. The winning design will be shown in cinemas, and you'll get tickets to an exclusive Superman screening.
There are a few rules, so head to bbfc.co.uk for all the details.
Entries close June 18th, so get designing and make it super.
Make it super, she said. She said make it super. What? No new footage right here, not really. There you go. Not much else. But it's more of a BB, like I said, it's a UK thing. It's a UK thing. But, yeah, there they are right there. Looking stylish. But, man, yeah, of course, Rachel Brosnahan looking just absolutely adorable. But, yeah, look at this dude right now. It's just, dude's looking pretty... I'm telling you. Give Superman a fucking... Give him a... Give him a 5 o'clock shadow. Give him some facial hair. I mean, I know it's happened in the books, but I'm just saying, some of these guys, Cavill looked good with facial hair. Cornsweat looks good with facial hair. Let's make Superman a little bit more rugged. Why can't we just give him a little bit of facial hair? Of course, if you do that, people might start going, well, wait a minute. He looks like that guy even more because of facial hair and everything. So, but at the same time, I'm like, why not? I've seen that so many times where everybody's like, geez, Cornsweat looks better with facial hair. I'm like, yeah, Cavill even looks better with facial hair when he was doing it too. I remember my mom, who has a big crush on Henry Cavill, she always would say like, yeah, when in those scenes in Man of Steel, when he had like the stubble, she was going, why couldn't he stay like that? But of course, when you're Superman, you got to be fully clean shaven. Apparently, it's like playing for the Yankees, even though the Yankees now you can actually have okay facial hair, but I'm just saying, to add a little bit of hair to that. But hey, it's okay. But dude's looking pretty damn big. My God, looking big, looking good. So yeah, just a little bit of added stuff when it comes to Superman right there. That's pretty much it. There wasn't anything new. Obviously, we had so much Superman stuff in the past week. So, but yeah, so much Superman stuff. I bet the haters was shocked that James... Oh, yeah. You're right, Del. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. There was no James Gunn right there. No James Gunn. What? That's right. Jimmy Guns was not there. He was not there in that image. But I'm sure, like, those certain people hated the fact that James Gunn wished John Cena happy birthday by posting a behind-the-scenes image from Peacemaker, where, of course, James Gunn is in it. Happy birthday to my pal, John Cena. One of the primary reasons why making Peacemaker is more fun than anything in the world. Love you, my friend. So there you go right there. Now, I'm sure they were all upset about this because there's Jimmy Guns right there standing next to good old John Cena. But, I mean, naturally, if you're going to wish your friend a happy birthday, you're going to post a picture with both of you in it. But I'm sure they, they probably, when they saw him in there, like, they get upset. They get upset. But he wasn't in the previous thing. That's hey, so it's good. It's good. It's good, right? We're good. We're good. We're good. Don't worry. Oh, man. Okay. So, I mean, let's see, what else we got? I mean, pretty much that. Well, yeah, we'll get to the Supergirl stuff in a little bit here, but let's talk about lanterns. Okay, so we got somebody added to lanterns right here, and thank you, Caleb, for becoming a new member. Of course, you get to be part of the members only stream right after this, so gotta love it. But we got a new cast member when it comes to the Lantern series, and a lot of people are going like, huh? Who exactly is he playing? And he's been in a lot of things. Paul Ben Victor, that's right. If you look at this right here, there we go. We got Paul Ben Victor joins Lantern and DC series. So you probably recognized him in numerous things. He actually was in the original Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck, by the way. I think he was one of the bad cops or one of the bad guys. I can't remember who he was, but Ben Victor will play Anton. That's right, Anton, an extraterrestrial devoted to exposing the truth and exacting vengeance against those who wronged his people, consumed by a deep and unrelenting hatred for the law. He is determined to deliver justice on his own terms. So that's who he's playing. So there you go. So so a lot of people are like, look at what the Watcher is saying. So some people are thinking, let's see. I forgot to bring this up. Let's see. So, we have a character. It is a Green Lantern character called Atrocitus. Okay, and a lot of people were thinking that, sounds a little like that person. And there are also some, good scoopers out there, good journalistic type scoopers out here that were already kind of had something about this information that was kind of thinking that this Anton is actually Atrocitus. And so I think a lot of people are going, yeah, there could be like some kind of motion capture, CGI kind of things, because one particular scooper guy that is actually a pretty reliable person said that they were looking for obviously somebody tall because this is a big character. And Mr. Ben Victor right here, Paul Van Victor, he is a short dude. He's about 5'7", 5'8", but then again, it could be something when it comes to mocap or something like that. But Atrocitus is the leader and founder of course, the Green Lantern Corps. And he, of course, has the Green Lantern, the red ring, which is full of rage. And he has a sworn revenge on the Guardians of the Universe for the death of his family and his planet and all this kind of stuff. So he is already like going, and we know that the Guardians are going to be a part of this series in some form as well. That's already been revealed too. So there's a good chance that he could be this character. And maybe this is going to be like an on-Earth form, and then eventually we see him look like that. I don't know. Could be very interesting. So it just seems like very much could be that. And let's see if you guys were wondering, if you guys didn't know, let's see where well, not that. Come on, what are we doing here? I'll show you a picture. This thing would actually let me. Here's a little picture right here. Oh, that didn't work either. What the fuck? Come on. Open the picture. Okay, apparently I can't open the picture. What are we doing here? Jesus. Can I open the picture? There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Holy Lord. But there's a pretty cool freaking image right there. I mean, that's dark. That is dark. So it could be him. Could be him. Some kind of mocap thing. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, this show has got me so intrigued. But, yeah, dude's been in a lot of stuff. Dude has been in a lot of stuff. And a lot of people are kind of assuming that, yeah, he is playing that character. So I guess we'll see. We shall see. Dave, remember Dex Star, his pet Red Lantern cat? Interesting. Now let's move over to Supergirl. All right, Supergirl. We got a couple of things here when it comes to Supergirl. One in particular thing is David Krumholtz, who of course is playing Zor-El, Supergirl's dad, Kara's dad. He has wrapped his what he's been doing for Supergirl, which I'm sure his role wasn't too huge, but I'm sure he's got a pretty significant scene or two, which is good. So he wrapped on Supergirl. And then, of course, he just goes, you know what? I'm just going to be one of those people. I'm going to post the back of the chair. That's right. The back of the chair of the production and, you know, rile some of the fans up. And that's exactly what it did, because we got ourselves a little bit of a logo here. And there's the logo. And there is no Woman of Tomorrow, which is most likely going to be happening. Just like they dropped Superman Legacy, most likely it's just going to be called Supergirl. But then who knows? Who knows? But there's the logo right there on the back of the chair. Now, this is not the official logo. This is just what's on the back of the chair. This does not mean this is what's going to be the finalized logo. Not at all. He even specified that too. I think he followed it up because obviously you saw people say it. And then because somebody right here said, nah, not you leaking the logo for Supergirl. And he goes, no, just the logo for the chair. So most likely not going to be the finalized logo. So it's probably going to be different. Of course, the emblem will most likely not change. That's most likely going to be the logo right there. But the font and the way that looks, who knows? But like we saw the logo show up when it came to them posting the table read for Superman. We saw them post that. We already know that's the logo for sure. But as for the font of Supergirl, who knows? Who knows? But then, of course, we have Lobo. Jason Momoa Lobo. And no, not the fake Chat GPT. Did I say that right? Chat GPT. Is the wine kicking in already? Jesus Christ. Chat GPT. Not that image of Jason Momoa that we saw last week. That fake image right there. Well, no, we're not getting that this time. This time we actually have it from the Unbox PD, whatever the hell his name is, that was actually posting stuff when it comes to Lobo. I'm not going to show you the video because it is, you know, it could get in trouble. I'm already in trouble with Monday's show. I'm not going to show it, but it definitely does look like it. Obviously, there's a drone that is up above the set, and you actually see a big dude with white skin, long hair, a trench coat, and basically is doing something. So we do have some Jason Momoa Lobo. And we got some people that, of course, were like breaking it down right here. But yeah, you're looking at it. So basically what people are, somebody right here, Fortress of DC, essentially, if they said like the costume essentially looks like this without the hat. So it's kind of like a leather jacket situation. But it's not even like that, because if you look at the footage, I don't even know. It looks like, yeah, maybe it is like a leather trench coat kind of thing. But the fucking guns are exposed. Guns are exposed. Yeah, it looks like there's no shirt underneath from what I'm seeing. He's got some kind of gauntlet kind of things. No gloves. But, you know, he's got something going over his forearms right here. But you can see the long hair. You can see stuff. He's just doing something, and maybe he's wielding that hammer. I don't know. But I'm not going to show it because I don't want to get in trouble. But I was like, well, there it is. Yeah, that looks like full-on Lobo right there. Does not look like, of course, AI. Not AI right there. So, and so he's the Undertaker, right? Yeah. No, I mean, somebody who when I searched it, I was like, oh, yeah. So somebody kind of compared it to that right there. But, of course, he's going to be sleeveless. The hook, not the hammer, the hook, sorry. I said hammer, hook. It looks like he's flinging that and then pulling somebody. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's going to be something pretty freaking awesome. I don't know. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty interesting. I think maybe diehard Supergirl fans are probably not going to like it because diehard whatever fans usually don't like anything, but they're probably not going to like it. But it is kind of cool. It's something, and it was like, oh, okay, that definitely should be him. I mean, obviously we don't know what his bike's going to actually look like. The Space Hog. That's going to look like. Definitely, it's not going to be like a normal, just a normal bike. But hey, what could he do? Okay, so there you go. That's all the DCU news I got for you today. Let's talk about Warner Brothers. Let's talk about Warner Brothers, and let's talk about this deal that Ryan Coogler got for Sinners. And it's a good deal. It's a damn good deal. It's a deal that a lot of these talented filmmakers should 100% get. If you didn't know, the deal that Ryan Coogler got for Sinners is the fact that he gets to own the IP for Sinners for 25 years. That is usually not a thing that happens when it comes to something that could potentially be a franchise. Usually the studio is like, nope, that's ours. We own it. Obviously there could be deals that can be made that the creator gets residuals and everything, gets paid for it, sure. But the deal that Warner Brothers made is that Ryan Coogler owns the IP for 25 years. And that's good. That's really good. And we got Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi, Remember those guys? Yeah, we talked about them recently where, a certain diehard fans are not too happy with them and probably not going to be even more not even happy with them, even though this is exactly what we wanted for filmmakers. This is exactly what we were fighting for when it came to Zack Snyder. When it came to the Snyder Cut movement, we were fighting for studios to get their fucking heads out of their asses and make sure that their directors, their filmmakers, their talent, gets to own their shit and gets to make the shit that they want to make. It is happening. But of course, can't tell those guys. You can't reason with any of those guys. Warner Brothers movie chiefs Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi don't count us out just yet. That's right. They're putting themselves out there to be like, hey, we're still here. We're great. With blockbuster Sinners and a Minecraft movie at their back, the embattled duo hopes they're finally off the hot seat. At least that's what their boss, David Zaslav, assured them. We took him at his word. So apparently Zazzy Pants was like, hey, you guys are good. You guys are good. The box office success of Sinners, Ryan Coogler's genre-bending bloodsucker epic, didn't just deliver a much-needed win for original filmmaking. It may have saved their jobs of the veteran execs who greenlit it, coming on the heels, of course, of a Minecraft movie and blah, blah, blah. Or is it? Abdi and DeLuca had stayed mostly silent as speculation over their future reached a fever pitch. Sources close to the pair say they were disappointed by the half-hearted platitudes offered by Warner Brothers Discovery David Zaslav. No one bats 1,000 as a source inside, of course, talking about everything when it comes to Joker 2. So then DeLuca said right here, we kind of knew we had the goods just in terms of having watched the director's cut, DeLuca says about Sinners, speaking from his house on a sunny Easter Sunday. But to have the audience validate that, that's really what's giving us the most joy today. We're also happy that as an original swing, it's worked out, and we hope it inspires the other studios to take more original swings, because that's how you get new franchises and keep the industry refreshed. To say that the victory was hard-earned is an understatement. For the better part of 2 months, the press had been brutal. And of course, the Vulture piece, all that kind of stuff, talking about everything. With one headline after another, the narrative was scaled to Luca or toast and everything. Toast. Still, the duo isn't pretending it's all sunshine in studio, of course, all that stuff. Until a film comes out, there's going to be a certain amount of chatter and wondering. And sometimes that can lead to gossip and speculation, and that can escape the walls of our company and leak out to what I affectionately call the snark industrial complex. And let's face it, the clickbait industry does not trade on positive headlines. I just wish people would wait until they see something before. Of course, they do all that. They talk about that. Yes, of course. And then, of course, when they talk about They talk about this right here, and this is specifically talking about the deal that they made. DeLuca, meanwhile, is still stung by the Vulture piece, which questioned the decision to allow Coogler to retain rights to Sinners after 25 years, or after 25 years, yeah. A clause typically reserved for Tarantino's of the industry. They talked about this as an existential threat to the industry. I mean, it's so ignorant and laughable. Of course, it's not a make or break thing for any studio or the industry. It was a competitive situation. Ryan himself went on the record saying he was going to get it from somebody else, and he made a pretty effective case for the movie, especially with its themes of black ownership. This is very important and personal to him, and frankly, we're proud to be able to give it to Ryan. Let's give a... Come on. That's for Ryan Coogler right there. Stuck his heels in, and it was like, hey, you gotta give me what I want, bitches. You gotta give me what I want. And they did. And this is what we want from studios. We want other studios. And I love that DeLuca, because other studios are like, Jesus Christ, you're gonna give them that kind of deal? That's stupid. No. They're hoping that other studios also do the same thing, which they should. Fucking let the filmmakers, create things and have ownership of those things and let them do their things and have confidence in them. That's what we were fighting for when it came to the Snyder Cut movement. Crazy. I know, it's a crazy concept, isn't it? Yes. That's what I'm talking about. I just love to hear that. You love to hear it, man. Ron Coogler, man, helping change in the industry. Just like, you got these filmmakers that are just, they try to push back against the industry and they do their things. Your Tarantinos, your Nolans, your Zack Snyders, you gotta love it when that kind of shit happens. Your Ridley Scotts. Hey, cheers to that, man. Yeah, WB actually making smart decisions. Can you believe it? And Pam Abdi and Michael DeLuca are trying to keep that going. All right, who's going to the movies this weekend? Are you going to go see The Accountant 2? Now, I'm not seeing The Accountant 2 on Thursday. I'm actually going to go see the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. We're all going. My brother, my nephew, his friend, my dad. It's all going to be like, we're going to have a Star Wars kind of experience. It's going to be kind of interesting. I do definitely want to see The Accountant. I'm going to go see it Friday. Me and my dad are actually going to go see it Friday, like around noon. We're going to go see it Friday, so you'll have my first reaction on Friday, and then, of course, I'll talk about it, and we'll talk about it on Friday's Vodka stream, because very much looking forward to it, obviously. Now, it doesn't seem like The Accountant 2 might not win the box office over the weekend, but hey, you never know. It could. It just seems like the buzz of Sinners is still going to drag into this weekend, but I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, going to be a cool little family time right there. So, but right now, let's go to the Devil Fruit site. Currently, it sits at 80% on Rotten Tomatoes with 69 reviews. Improving, and the consensus says, improving on the original by leaning into Ben Affleck and John Bernthal's buddy comedy chemistry, The Accountant 2 can safely be filed under a good time at the movies. And let's see what some of these critics are saying. Like I said, it's a 80%, but mostly good. So we got some right here. For a movie about a detail obsessive, it's curiously messy, but this might matter more. The film has a reasonably firm sense of just how serious and how annoyingly silly a movie about an uber-talented accountant ought to be. Ben Affleck playing older bro to Bernthal's little bro is terrific because if I had to guess the most annoying little brother in showbiz, it'd be Casey Affleck. Wow. Jeez, shots fired at Casey Affleck. Here's a negative review right here. Needlessly complicated to the point of disinterest, The Accountant 2 has nothing new to say or point to make. It's not a movie you watch so much as endure an experience I'd rather not repeat anytime soon, but fear that I will. Jeez, Charles. When it's functionally when it's functionally as an action comedy, it's pretty fun, but director Gavin O'Connor pushes the narrative into some pretty dark places, climaxing with a sequence that's so over the top, grim, it becomes hilarious, which I love that. Has an irreverent take on the extreme characters of a hitman and his savant accountant brother. The actors and filmmakers embrace the absurdity of making these characters the heroes of a movie, but celebrate that they are who the audience came to see. Despite its reliable stream of action movie beats, The Accountant 2 is a tediously talky movie, as heavy on exposition as it is explanation. It comes as a welcome surprise to discover that The Accountant 2 is blessed with the knack for getting on our good side and remaining there. Jon Bernthal, that is where the gold is, my friends. That's cool. We gotta love Jon Bernthal. He's just becoming one of those guys where you go, oh, Jon Bernthal's in it? Cool. I'm down. I like that guy. But we mustn't forget, there is another movie that's coming out this week, and that is good old David F. Sandberg. David F. Sandberg's got a movie coming out this weekend, and his movie actually looks good. I mean, it's based on a video game, apparently. It's called Until Dawn, which is about, a bunch of young people go to this house, and they keep getting murdered, and then the day starts over again, and they get murdered in different ways. And it looks pretty interesting, and it's a movie that I think, definitely is right up my alley. But as of right now, there is no Rotten Tomato score. It says 2 reviews, which is interesting. So I guess we could read the 2 reviews that are right here. So I guess you could say it's at a 50%. I don't know why they haven't updated the score, but I guess you could say it's at a 50%. With its stop-and-go pacing and plot points that go nowhere, Until Dawn may have benefited from staying more true to its source material. Yeah, I've heard that people who played the game are like, wow, this is not like the game. A surprisingly fun, oft gory, survivalist horror effort in Until Dawn, which gets away with the ridiculousness because it's so open with the bonkers potential such holds. So yeah, we got that coming out too, so that's cool. So there are your movies right there. There are your reviews, but mainly everybody's looking forward to The Accountant 2. Like I said, look forward to my first reaction Friday during the day before the Vox stream, and then, of course, I'll talk more about it on the Vox stream, and I'm sure some of the guys out there will also be, some of the guys part of the panel will be seeing that too. So we'll have a little bit of discussion when it comes to The Accountant 2. Very much looking forward to it. But hey, let's break down a trailer. Let's break down this little trailer right here. Because, hey, we got a bunch of teases. First off, we got Predator Badlands. We got a poster, First Hunt, Last Chance. First Hunt, the last chance. First Hunt, the last chance tonight. I don't know why, that song. All right. I just started singing. That's right. You guys love it. I know you do. Anyways. So, let's kind of break down this trailer a little bit. I'm sure you guys saw it. It's a short little teaser trailer. And it looks pretty cool. All right, right off the bat. Okay, we've seen something like this before. If you've seen Predator 2, you've seen the Wall of Skulls. That's right, you've seen the Wall of Skulls. And one of the things that was very noticeable when you go look at Predator 2, and this is back in 1992, 1993, early 90s. This is before we had cinematic universes. And when you go watch Predator 2 and you see the Wall of Skulls, you actually see a xenomorph skull on the wall. You don't see a xenomorph skull right here. You see a T-Rex, you see some other creatures, you see some interesting, human stuff. But look at this one right here. Look at this one right here. Okay? This one right here looks a little familiar. Okay? There's another movie that 20th Century Fox owns that has to do with aliens. This skull looks like the skull of the aliens from Independence Day. What? Yes. What are we doing here? People were pointing that out. If you look at, the little aliens inside the biomechanical suits, when you actually see them and it does the telepathy thing, die. That is the shape. Look it up. That looks like the shape of the aliens from Independence Day.
I didn't think you survived.
Didn't think you survived. So basically, this one's going to be showing the Predator as a good guy, which is fine by me. Let's shake it up a little bit here. Looks beautiful. Ah, what is this? Ellie Fanning? What? She's playing an android? And again, if you look closely, you see the W. The Wayland W. Oh my God, we got a crossover. We got a crossover, folks. Alien franchise crossing over with the Predator franchise. She is an android from Wayland Yutani. Yes. Right there. They didn't even hold back. Mind you, this is 26 seconds into this teaser trailer, and they're already going, hey, there's possibly the aliens from Independence Day. Hey, we got an android from Wayland over here. What the hell? Soldier looking dudes. Look at that. That looks creepy. Got some Predator guys. That looks like an older Predator. Look at that. Damn. IMAX,
hunting
baby.
Something
That's a cool shot.
that can't be killed.
Whoa, we got a big alien. We got a big Predator alien. Whoa, look at that guy. Huh? Now, this is an interesting look. We got a new look of a Predator right here. And man, he's got some stylish kind of, shaved on the side. He's got the dreads kind of in a ponytail looking back. And some people were going, what the F is this? I'm like, yeah, it's a little different, but not all the Predators are supposed to look alike. Okay? Specious. Okay? Stop being so specious. Okay? They don't all look alike. God, check yourself. Be a little bit more progressive here, people. What are you doing? But yeah, apparently this is going to be some young Predator right here. He's young. He's a young Predator. I guess he's trying to prove himself? I don't know. But he's like, fuck it. Ah! He's like, do it. Come on. Kill me. I'm right here. Come on. Kill me. Whoa. Jesus Christ. Holy Lord. Crazy. That looks crazy. So basically, they just dropped this dude into like this crazy planet. And it's got a lot of things that are out to kill him. So is he trying to prove himself? And then, I don't know where she comes in. Being an android. I don't know. I'm intrigued. Very much intrigued. Very much intrigued right here. James Gunn looks great. What? You think that Predator looks like James Gunn? Cool. If it bleeds, we kill it. Yes. I like that. I got to catch up on those Predator movies. Yeah, you got plenty of time. But I think they're setting it up. They're setting it up. They're setting it up. They're putting things in place to have a full-on Alien and Predator crossover. But what's more interesting is the fact that what's that skull that looks like the Independence Day aliens? What? That's what was like, wait a minute. You guys aren't going to be fucking around with that too, or is that just a little Easter egg? Maybe that's just a little Easter egg. I don't know. It looks cool, though. So that's coming out in October, IMAX. And then, of course, we have the Killer versus Killer, or Killer on Killer, the animated one that's also directed by Dan Trachtenberg. I mean, we got plenty of Predator going on. And then, of course, we got the follow-up to Alien that's going to be starting to shoot right now. So the Alien and Predator franchise, hey, it's doing good. We got Alien Earth that's going to be coming out this year. There's plenty of xenomorphs and fucking predators out there right there. So I just kind of wonder, is Arnold going to show up? Is he going to show up? Is he going to show up? That's what I'm wondering. Is Arnold ever going to show back up? Are we going to have Dutch? We're going to have Dutch from the first Predator. Is he ever going to show up again? Hey, Danny Glover, he can also show up too, so who knows? All right. Let's see what we got here. All right, let's go to some Twitter questions, and then, of course, we'll get to the members-only stream. And then, of course, Scott and I will be talking about a new Batman, not a new, but, you know, Batman Beyond episode tonight. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, I meant to talk about that, too, because people were talking about it. I still got those burner accounts that are just commenting on my stuff. I think they might be bots. I don't know. All right, we got Eric right here. So, Dave, the big question is, does Zach have total ownership of his Rebel Moon and Army of the Dead IP? That is a good question. I'm not sure what his deal is. I'm sure since it's Stone Quarry, there's got to be some kind of joint ownership. I don't think like Netflix fully owns the IP that is Rebel Moon and that is the Army of the Dead franchise. I think Zach probably, I would say that him and Stone Quarry probably own most of it, but Netflix does have a chunk of it. I don't know. It's probably not a similar deal like what Coogler got for sure, but hey, plus if a filmmaker with this deal ever needs to move to another studio, they could bring the IP with them. Exactly. And that's what's cool. You know, that's what's great is if you own the IP, if these filmmakers own these original IPs and a studio is just like, we kind of want you to do something like this. They can be like, well, I'm going to go over here and make it the way I want to make it. That's what's also great is we won't get that shit anymore. If more deals like this happen, they could just take the fucking IP to a different studio. And that's what we want. Okay. You hear that? The Cell crew. Okay, so Clone Avenger, thank you for bringing this up because people were talking about this. That Garrett Dillahunt, who of course is going to be in the Green Lantern series. We don't exactly know fully who his character is, but he posted right here. He posted this image of himself right here, essentially rocking, you know. I mean, he's kind of just, he's kind of making it like, wait a minute, what are you doing here? Are we talking about Green Arrow being in the Lantern series? Are you actually Oliver in the movie? And some people were like, what the hell? But just from like, you know, seeing other people talk and people like kind of look at it, it seems like he's doing some kind of something with, I don't know, like there's I forgot, you can't see it right here, but somebody was making something, and this might just be some kind of like off, not even anything to do with DC Studios type of thing. I don't think that he's actually Oliver Queen. I don't think that, but it's just like, it was pretty crazy where people were like, wait, what the hell? What is he doing? Maybe he's just having a little bit of fun, but I highly doubt that he's actually Oliver Queen in Lanterns. I don't think they would actually be like, you can't talk about that, so you can't do that. Jamin Watson, as much as I love Ryan Coogler to make a static movie, I think he wants to focus on original film instead of established superhero IP like every other directors do. Well, I mean, he's still going to do Black Panther 3. So, when people are like, what DCU movie should he make? I'm like, he don't need to make a DC. I hate it when people do that. Oh, he made a successful movie. What movie can he make for the MCU or the DCU? I'm like, Ryan Coogler doesn't need to make a DCU movie. He doesn't. Let him make original shit. I like it when these filmmakers make original shit. Although, you know, like I said, he could probably do anything he wants at DC Studios. I'm sure James Gunn would be perfectly okay with that. Devin Wooter, hey Dave, do you think Ryan Coogler's the guy who directed Black Panther movies? Do you think he'd be a perfect director for a DC movie? See, like Cyborg movie or Static Shock? He could do obviously something with that, but I'm like, no, let him do original shit. Keanu Reeves versus Ben Affleck in Accountant 3, like a crossover. Oh, that'd be pretty crazy. That would be absolutely pretty crazy right there. Cooper Knox, I really hope that Sinners will signal Hollywood that people want to see more original movies instead of endless sequels, prequels, and reboots. Yeah, but the thing is, there's going to end up being prequels and sequels and spin-offs of Sinners. That's what's going to happen now. And then all of a sudden we're like, God damn. No, but at the same time, it's the fact that it's a new IP, it's a fresh IP. I don't think anybody would be against that until they made like 10 of them. Then we'd be like, Jesus Christ, come up with something different. But that won't be for like another 20 years. So we don't have to worry about that. But no, it should, hopefully it signals that too. But hopefully it doesn't signal like a bunch of studios to try to make a bunch of vampire movies that are just going to be like shit. Darkness on the Wind. Hey, Dave, question 1. Do you think Andor's lover, Bix, if that's her name, will die or go into hiding or be free but never able to see Andor again by the end of the show? Probably. Oh, and I don't know if she's going to die. But, you know, I mean, we all know Cass's fate, so... Darkness on the... Okay, yeah. Question 2. If Predator Badlands is actually teasing a crossover with the Alien franchise for the first time since AVP Requiem, could we be getting not one but many AVP movies if the studio keeps going in the good direction they've since yeah, I think so. I definitely think so. And then Dylan G also, oh, you're saying like here they both died for trying to save their daughter. Oh, jeez. Hitting in the feels. Oh, the feels. Oh, the feels. Ah. Look at that. Last of Us and Logan. Boy. That hits you in the frickin' feels right there. Jesus Christ. That's a good little comparison right there. And then Dylan says, Disney in 2002, look at all the memorable characters our artists have created over the years. Disney in 2025, look at all the companies we've acquired. Ah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. Gotta love that. And then, of course, like some random other weird stuff. Spoilers. Oh, come on. If you haven't seen that, latest episode. I know you're just fucking with me, Jose. Good to see you, bud. Oh, how about those Giants? They're still behind the Dodgers. But hey, it's a close one. But all right, there you go, guys. That is today's show. I know, right? That just hits you right in the feels. I know. Spoilers, as if nobody knew that was going to happen. But hey, what could you do? But cheers, guys. Hit that like, thumbs up. Hit that like, thumbs up. Hit that like, thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, members will do a little members-only stream, and then, of course, Scott and I will be talking around 8 o'clock Pacific time. We'll be talking about Batman Beyond. So look forward to that, and should be another good episode, of course. Always great. And, yeah, always good to talk to you guys. And like I said, I won't have a first reaction review tomorrow. I won't be seeing the accountants until Friday. But I'm going to enjoy myself. Family and I are going to enjoy ourselves going to see Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary. It's going to be interesting to see the movie on the big screen after 20 years. Seeing how many people show up. See people dressed up and everything like that. Should be a lot of fun. So, all right, guys. Members, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Everybody else, I'll see you guys on Friday for the Rocket stream or later for the DC Fanimation. Love ya. Talk to you later.